What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and 76% of all income taxes collected, they go literally to waste, to a thing which shouldn't even exist in the first place. And guys, you deserve to know what's happening and why is this happening. And the thing I'm talking about are obviously the interest payments on the US national debt, which literally skyrocketed. Recently the money printer was so optimistic, they did not want to stop it, slow down it. Well, this is also one of the biggest reasons why we have such unbudging inflation. And long story short, yeah, whenever you print money, whenever you have to pay it down at some point eventually. And the longer you don't pay for it, you have to make interest payments. Just like on your credit card. You spend $1,000 and until you pay down it in full for whatever amount you have outstanding, you pay interest payments, at least monthly. And so the US national debt is basically, imagine your credit card, which is worth trillions of dollars. And well, interest payments at this point reach trillions of dollars as well. Just take a look, for example, at this pie chart, which shows that 10% of the entire US budget right now goes on interest payments on the US national debt, which is the fourth biggest expenditure in the entire US budget, and this is only statistics for 2023 fiscal year. In 2024 the situation, I'm sure, is even worse than it is right now, because it is estimated that if the situation is not gonna change, the interest payments on the US debt will become the third biggest expenditure in the near future. And then if this still does not change, by the year of approximately 2035 or so, it might become the second biggest expenditure right after Social Security. And the environment of high interest rates which we do have right now does not help the situation, the problem at all, because obviously the higher the interest rates, the higher your interest payments. Well, it makes sense. So this most likely was one of the main reasons why the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, last week announced that they're no longer gonna wait until inflation hits target of 2%, so they're gonna start cutting the rates as soon as possible, most likely somewhere in September of this year. Because, I mean, yeah, take a look at this picture, which shows the inflation in the US for the last couple of years. As soon as it's reached its peak, this is when the Federal Reserve started to increase the interest rates, and then the inflation started going down significantly. Well, eventually the fight against inflation almost stalled, and the progress kind of flatlined. Every single new inflation report was only showing a very minor decreases of like 0.1, maximum 0.2%. And since right now the Federal Reserve wants to start cutting rates as soon as possible, this might completely stop the entire fight against inflation, and in the worst case scenario it might even reaccelerate once again, undoing the entire progress. For this reason, some financial organizations, such as for example as Mercer, they still think that maybe there won't be even any cuts at all during this year. They still consider that there is a slight possibility that Federal Reserve will maintain high interest rates because they want to finally beat the inflation, keep it at 2% target, and this is when, once they're sure that the inflation is no longer a problem, this is when they start cutting the rates. But once again, this is a huge dilemma for Jerome Powell. If you keep the rates high, the interest payments on your national debt are absolutely skyrocket. Once again, trillions of dollars per year just in interest payments. This is absolutely nonsense. But if you do cut rates way too early, well, you might get back to square one. For this reason, some other people see another potential resolution, at least to the US national debt problem. Well, not the best one, but America might start printing money once again. To be honest, this is a one-way road. Money printing is extremely contagious. Once you start doing this, you literally cannot stop. But this could be the potential scenario. What they can do, literally print money just to pay the interest on the US national debt. This will obviously reaccelerate the inflation. Eventually, interest rates might be increased once again. Yeah, as you can see, this is literally a dead-end scenario. Right now, Federal Reserve is literally kicking a can down the road, trying to delay the inevitable for as long as possible, just literally hoping for a miracle. And I mean, yes, we should stay optimistic. Miracles do happen, though not that often. For this reason, yes, I don't think that the entire American financial system will collapse, but we are due to some correction, maybe even recession, stagflation, you name it. There is some uncertainty in the very near future. So yeah, this is the information that you guys deserve to know, how much money is wasted literally on nothing, on the problem which was created in the first place by the government itself. Well, it is better to be prepared and at least plan what you might do in the worst case scenario, rather than to be in complete darkness like the media keeps you. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. This was interesting, informative for both. See you tomorrow.